Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we are back with another cord-cutting NextgenTV update. A few of the broadcasters in my Connecticut TV market have started using some of the interactive features of ATSC 3. This is my CBS affiliate here, and as you can see, I can scroll through some of the news packages that they have on the channel, and I can also look at the weather here, which I can select. Now, these require, of course, an internet connection to work, but when you tune into the channel over the air, you're prompted to pull up this interactive feature. And it works okay, at least when you're looking at it like this, but unfortunately, I'm having a lot of trouble on the ADTH box, which is what I am currently using to tune this in. And this box is the least expensive ATSC 3 tuner on the market. Now, as many of you know, I have been very critical of the rollout of this new standard, primarily around the digital rights management encryption that is severely limiting our options as consumers to tune into free over-the-air television. But I like the premise of what ATSC 3 can provide because it does provide a better signal and it provides much better video quality using modern video compression standards. The problem is that because of the encryption, this experience has been terrible, and what you're going to see me demo with a unit that the broadcasters are telling the FCC is good enough to roll this thing out to the country will surprise you by how bad it is. And once they rolled out this interactive feature, this box has been rendered completely unusable. I have tried to update the firmware, which I did. I even went to the beta firmware. All of the problems that I'm going to demonstrate here are currently on the shipping firmware of this product, and I can't imagine somebody who's not all that technically savvy being able to actually use this box to watch television. So it just keeps happening to me, honestly. I'm not trying to make this stuff up. So we're going to take a look at this and see what all the problems are, but also perhaps what some of the advantages of this interactive content might be. Now, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that I did purchase the ADTH box with my own funds. It's currently plugged in upstairs. All of the opinions you're about to hear are my own. No one has reviewed or approved what you're about to see before it was uploaded. And of course, this is not a sponsored review. So let's get into it now and see what this interactive feature is all about and what all the problems it created for my ADTH box. All right, so why don't we take it from the top here. We're going to tune into the CBS affiliate that we were just watching here, but we're going to go into it from another channel so you can see how it presents this interactive content. So what happens here is that once you start watching the channel for a few seconds, it will pop up this message that encourages you to hit a button to tune into the features that they have on the interactive side. It does go away after about 30 seconds or so, but it pops up and stays here every time you tune to the channel. Now, if I hit the right button here, that will pull up the interactive features and I can go through the different options that this broadcaster wishes to provide to me. Now, if I go back here, I can tune into my NBC affiliate, which is the other one that has this feature enabled. So we're going to tune into WVIT here, and it'll take a second for it to go through. Now, this is where some of the problems start. So you saw before how I was able to keep navigating around that message that popped up. But here, what you're going to see is the little message pop up over here. Now, I can dismiss it by hitting the back button, but I can now no longer get back to the channel guide because it keeps popping this message up asking me to push the right button to tune into the interactive features. Another thing I noticed on this channel is that this broadcaster is now sending out their signal with HDR, and on a regular television it looks very, very dark. And this is a feature, if you will, of the new HDR broadcasting that they're doing, but some of these boxes don't tone map properly, and that's why things look a bit dark here. Now, if I hit back again, I can't get out of this. We may as well take a look at how NBC provides the interactive features. Now, keep an eye on this little play button here because this is going to come back later in a few minutes here. So this is what the NBC Connecticut one looks like. It actually has a little bit more of a robust interface. So if I go to local here, I will get information from the Paris Olympics, which has been over for quite a while. This is the Summer Olympics, not the Winter Olympics. But if I scroll down here, they do have up-to-date news packages like we saw on the other channel and a few other things that I can tune into as well. Again, all requiring internet to watch. They also have an alerts section here, so I can click on this to see what kind of alerts are in my area. It defaults with FEMA alerts. I would prefer that maybe it start with weather alerts, as those are likely going to be more probable in my area most of the time. And as you can see, we've got a wind alert here, and it's generating some graphics on what that alert is all about. I don't think I can click into it, though. If I do that, oh yeah, I get a little bit of a description here on the side. Now, another thing that NBC is doing on their channel is allowing me to restart the show from the beginning, even though I haven't been recording it locally. Again, that will stream over the network. But as you saw, the interface here is very slow. When it goes away, it takes a while to get it back again. As you can see, there's just a lot of delays going on here, and this play button doesn't disappear after you get rid of the interface. So it's just a very slow and awful experience. I did try this with the Zinwell box. It was a little quicker, but still quite sluggish. And again, we have this issue of this interface not disappearing, so I can't get back to my guide unless I channel off, and then I can get the guide pulled up here, which we'll do. Now, one other thing you're going to notice is that this play button is not going away, and this is appearing on ATSC 3 channels that are not encrypted. So the encrypted ones work fine. The unencrypted channels get this big play button blocking it, and I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but it just shows you what a mess this DRM is, because I can't watch the unencrypted channels on the box that is designed for encrypted channels right now. Which is a big problem. So it's just like one thing after the other here. And I pick on the ADTH box here because this is the box that is the most affordable option now for consumers. And at least in my market, with the latest firmware, this is the experience that people get trying to tune into this new television technology. I don't know how long this has been going on for. I just tried this out today, but this is what's happening here. If I go to another channel here, let's go over to WCCT here. Again, an unencrypted channel. It will tune in, and I can see it up here just fine. When I get rid of the guide, there's our play button, and that is it. But then we can go back over to an encrypted channel. Why don't we do FSB, the CBS affiliate again, and this is going to work fine. Watch this. The play button goes away. You actually saw it disappear there, and no problem. We've got the encrypted signal starting up without any obstruction. Now, if I tune into a regular ATSC 1.0 signal, no problem. I won't get that thing popping up on screen. So here's an example. We'll tune into the ATSC 1.0 Fox affiliate here, and no problem. No play button. Everything works fine, although the signal's a little weaker off of that particular transmitter. So who knows? But this is my experience right now, and it seems like everything that can go wrong with this NextgenTV standard seems to be happening to me, one of the chief critics of it. But this is the experience that I'm having. I would love to hear from you if your ADTH box is doing this in your market. I wonder if it might just be happening in markets where they've got this interactive feature enabled. But again, I'm on the latest firmware. I've rebooted the box. I have done a factory reset of it. I installed the beta firmware. I plugged it into my television in case there was some HDCP thing going on. None of this stuff changed the parameters here. It just isn't working. So there you go. The ADTH box with ATSC 3 interactive content. I do think the interactive content has potential. The performance is really not so great. They've got to work on that. And perhaps if they allowed their signals to come into more than one device without the DRM, perhaps we would be seeing much better performance and a better user experience. But that's for another video. Until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.